Condoleezza was the 66th United States Secretary of State. She served under President George W. Bush. On November 16, 2004, George Bush nominated Condoleezza as Secretary of State. The Senate approved her nomination by a vote of 85 to 13. She is the first black female, the second African American, as well as the second woman to hold the position of the U.S. Secretary of State. She is a moderate Republican. Condoleezza says she became a Republican when she watched the 1984 Democratic Convention on TV and decided that the Democrats' appeals to women, minorities, and the poor really meant helpless people and the poor. Rice said, "I decided I'd rather be ignored than patronized." Let's take a look at how Ms. Condoleezza Rice became such a powerful woman from her childhood and education to her political career and whatever is next. She was born in Birmingham, Alabama on November 14, 1954. Condoleezza grew up in the Titusville neighborhood as an only child. Her parents were both educators. Her father, John Wesley Rice Jr., was a high school guidance counselor, football coach, as well as a minister for the Presbyterian Church. Rice's mother, Angelina, was a teacher, and she played the organ in church. She loved the opera and named her only child after an Italian musical term, Condoleezza, which means to play with sweetness. Growing up in Alabama, young Condoleezza experienced firsthand the injustices of city's discriminatory laws and attitudes. Birmingham was clearly divided into black and white spheres, and the two worlds rarely met. You see, at the time, the African American civil rights movement was in full swing. African Americans were asking for equal rights in this country. When Condoleezza was only about 8 years old, vigilantes bombed the home of a family friend, Arthur Shores. In 1963, the 16th Street Baptist Church was bombed, killing 4 little girls going to Sunday school. One of those little girls was Condoleezza's friend from school. Yes, Condoleezza grew up amongst terror. Despite the racial discrimination, Condoleezza was taught by her parents to have a positive attitude and believe that the sky was the limit. In 2004, Condoleezza said this about the incident. "I remember the bombing of that Sunday school at 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham in 1963. I did not see it happen, but I heard it happen, and I felt it happen, just a few blocks away at my father's church. It is a sound that I will never forget, that will forever reverberate in my ears. That bomb took the lives of 4 young girls, including my friend and playmate, Denise McNair. The crime was calculated to suck the hope out of young lives, bury their aspirations. But those fears were not propelled forward. Those terrorists failed. Like most parents, they tried to protect little Condoleezza from what was going on. But despite their best efforts, she still was very aware of what was happening. She once told Ebony magazine, "Our parents really did have us convinced that even though I couldn't have a hamburger at Woolworth's, I could be President of the United States." Not too long after the church bombing that killed her friend, the Rice family watched on TV President Lyndon Johnson sign the Civil Rights Act on July 2, 1964. Yes, times were changing. Rice was an incredibly bright student. She skipped both 1st and 7th grade. Her parents encouraged her to give 100% in everything she tried. She took lessons in piano, ballet, violin, French, Spanish, figure skating, and even etiquette and manners. In 1965, she was the first black student to attend music classes at Birmingham Southern Conservatory of Music. John Rice coached football and taught his daughter everything he could about tactics and strategy. Rice grew to love the game and would follow football wherever she went.
Good morning, Lions. Today is Monday, February 25th, 2013. Before we get started, let's go to the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Black History Month fact for today is, before he was a renowned artist, Romare Bearden was also a talented baseball player. He was recruited by the Philadelphia Athletics on the pretext that he would agree to pass as a white. He turned down the offer, instead choosing to work on his art.
The Tech Fair is February 28th from 3:45 to 5 o'clock.
The Multicultural Fair will be tomorrow from 6 o'clock to 7:30.
Now to Miss Laporte's fluency class with their announcement about the spaghetti dinner.
Come try Mr. Dawson's mouth-watering spaghetti dinner awaits you at the Multicultural Fair tomorrow. Only $5 per plate, including drinks and dessert.
Serving begins at 5:30 p.m. The Spring Fling will be held March 9th, which is sponsored by the PTO.
The book fair will begin March 4th through the 8th.
Birthdays for the weekend were Jeremy Clark, McCary Blankenship, Gillian Bodman, Jaquacia McCoy, Sterling Richardson, Destiny Wells, Bruce Williams, and birthdays for today are Kendra Graham, Talik Green, Tyler Richardson.
Happy birthday. Also at the Multicultural Fair, there will be a $25 Walmart gift card given away as a door prize while purchasing the spaghetti dinner.
Beta Club members, if you haven't seen Miss Diggs, please go to her room today. Also, don't forget to bring your yard sale items. That's all we have for today, Lions. Bye.